National Highway Traffic Safety Administration conservatively estimates that every year in the U.S., 100,000 police reported accidents are due to driver fatigue, resulting in countless fatalities and injuries and billions of dollars in monetary loss. Fatigue can affect anyone behind the wheel, but commercial drivers are at an increased risk of experiencing drowsiness because they typically drive long distances for extended periods of time, often at night, and they frequently work irregular schedules. While the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration's hours of service regulations are intended to mitigate the impact of fatigue, compliance in no way means that a driver will be well rested. There are a number of factors that influence the likelihood that a driver will become fatigued, including, but not limited to, the number of hours a driver has been awake before driving, the quantity and quality of a driver's last sleep period, the time of day, changing shift schedules, the level of physical activity or mental or cognitive work, untreated sleep disorders such as insomnia, narcolepsy, restless leg syndrome, and sleep apnea, alcohol consumption or the use of sedative drugs. Behind the wheel, fatigue bears some similarities to drunk driving. Both conditions slow reaction times, decrease alertness, impair judgment, and may result in drifting in and out of traffic lanes. Random variations in speed, erratic shifting, inappropriate braking, tailgating, and responding more slowly or even failing to react to traffic signs and signals, changing road conditions, other drivers, or pedestrians. As a professional driver, you should do all you can to help protect yourself against the dangers of fatigue, including get the proper amount of quality sleep. Though needs vary, most healthy adults require between 7 and 9 hours of uninterrupted sleep per night to function at their best. Work with your company management and family members to establish schedules that allow you to get sufficient sleep. Also, consult with a physician if you are experiencing any chronic sleep problems. If need be, take a nap before you drive, especially before the start of a shift. Make smart lifestyle choices. Eat healthy meals. Stay hydrated and exercise regularly, but be sure to allow for at least 3 hours between any exercise and bedtime. Also avoid smoking and late-night snacking to benefit your health and well-being. Don't take any medications that may cause drowsiness or use sleeping pills or alcohol as aids to sleep. Understand that fatigue can be affected by psychological factors such as stress and personal worries. Do your best to deal with your personal problems before driving. Plan each trip carefully, including when and where to eat and sleep. Schedule a break every 2 to 3 hours and be sure to walk around, stretch, and get some fresh air. Adjust the vehicle's environment before heading out. Make sure it's well ventilated and relatively bright at night. You may keep a light on as long as it doesn't impair your ability to see. Program the vehicle's temperature so it's not too hot or too cold. Listen to talk radio rather than music so your thoughts stay engaged and active. Wear polarized sunglasses to help cut down on sun glare and eye fatigue. Avoid using cruise control to help being lulled to sleep from inactivity. Don't rely on caffeine as a substitute for sleep. While caffeine may provide a short-term boost, its effects are only temporary. Also, don't drink caffeinated beverages for at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime, as caffeine is known to cause sleep disturbances. Recognize the warning signs of driver fatigue. Symptoms can include an increased desire to sleep, frequent yawning or blinking, sore, heavy, or wandering eyes, head shaking to stay awake, increased irritability or aggressive behavior, and an inability to remember driving the last few miles. Fatigue is also a key element in change blindness, a perceptual phenomenon that occurs when a driver misses seeing something that's right before their eyes. Fatigue can even cause microsleeps, which are periods of sleep that last from a fraction of a second to 30 seconds. To put that in perspective, a vehicle moving at 60 miles an hour will travel 440 feet in just 5 seconds. Typically, the only thing that snaps a driver out of a microsleep episode is their head falling forward or the impact of a crash. If you notice any signs of fatigue, pull over at the first safe, legal location and get some rest. As a professional driver, the responsibility for alert driving rests upon your shoulders. Plan ahead and make it a habit to get a good night's sleep so your mind and body are in optimal shape whenever you're behind the wheel.